Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. Yes, my allergies have been messing with me for the past couple of days. This is the first day that I've really been ready to go, and my voice has been like this in a couple of days, so I'm happy. Let's get to it. Let's do it. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 7, Episode 2, Oh Baby. And it was a mess. It was a mess, which is fine because that's what we watch this show for. So we're going to start things off with, Jasmine goes to Prest. And this is where we see Kelsey and Mama Charlene, that's Rashida's mother. They're both talking to Jasmine like, hello, you realize that you have a part to play in this whole situation, this whole debacle as well. It's not just Kirk. And Jasmine's trying to make it seem like, oh, I understand that I had a part to play, but, you know, he did too. We know that. But the thing is, you knew that Rashida was married as well. You weren't concerned about that. You slept with him. You said you weren't trying to get pregnant. You got pregnant. And now you're about, okay, Kirk hasn't seen the baby in a while. And you figured that, you know, Kelsey would want to know that she has another sibling. I said, yeah, Kelsey has wanted to know for a couple of months now, but she didn't want to learn it from you. And so that's why I looked at this whole situation like, are we really finessing a paycheck out of Mona Scott Young? Because that's what this looks like. We don't want to really pay Jasmine right now, so if we just put her in the show and let her get paid through that, then she'll be fine. You know, draws up some sympathy for her and all that. Excuse me. And she'll be fine. But we're going to move on because that irked the life out of me. So then we had Erica. Erica, she's back. She's officially back in Atlanta. And Erica has Melissa, who is a friend of hers, as well as Estelita's, and this other guy who was on the show previously, Albie. Oh, I do remember Albie from New York. That's right. And so Erica puts it out there that she came here. CVJ wanted to go and work with her. Estelita was working with CVJ, but she wanted to see if Estelita was really just working with CVJ. And there were some conflicting stories. Erica is saying that that Estelita made it seem like, oh, Estelita originally didn't make it seem like that they were sleeping together, but we knew. Everyone knew. Everyone knew. I mean, that was the thing. Everyone knew. Everyone could see it. So that's why you can't call it a surprise, because everyone could see it. And that's why I'm just looking at this whole situation like, really? 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 So now Erica's on from that, at least for now. She wants to go and set her sights on Tommy. And Tommy, I said, Tommy? We said yes. We all said, Tommy? We said yes, but you know Tommy's... Okay. Okay, Erica. We get it. We see the storyline, buddy. We see it. Next off, we have Estelita. She goes to Mimi's house. And this is where Estelita just puts it out there that Erica's back. Erica feels like she's encroaching on her space, but, you know, Erica said that she was only really there to help and support her. She doesn't fully know, so she was... wants to go and talk to someone. Hold on. Someone who's known her for a while. And someone who she doesn't feel judgment from. So this is when Estelita puts out there that, look, she was raped, she prostituted herself to support her family, And it was difficult, but at the end of the day, here comes CBJ coming in like her knight in shining armor, and she really appreciated that. She was like, wow, someone who believes in her, someone who finally wants to put in effort into her. And she realized that, wow, he just wanted to put something in her, and it wasn't effort. It wasn't artist development. It was more so grooming, kind of doing a Jocelyn 2.0 from a similar background. You know, fellow Spanish-speaking person who came from a rough background, who was finally happy that someone said and looked like they were going to put some time and effort and energy into them and take them seriously and take them out of that life. I said, wow, that sounds really grimy. And you can't tell me that's not how it was. That's the part that irked me. You can't tell me that's not how it was. So Mimi's over it, but she's going to support her. Now, Sierra has a new man. I believe his initials are BK. And I think he's in entertainment. The whole thing is, BK doesn't want to go and ruffle any feathers with her being married to Shooter, because Shooter's a producer. And she said actually her divorce with Shooter is being finalized very soon. She's just happy that it's all done and over with. I said, fine, scene done. Mama Charlene comes over to Rashida's and lets Rashida know that, hey, Jasmine came over to the house. Came over to the store. And she talked about how the baby is actually Kurt's. And kind of puts it in Rashida's lane as far as, what are you going to do about that now? Kurt, he did this mess. Jasmine is saying that she knew about it. And it's kind of that whole thing of, we need answers. We need him to sit down with the family, put it all out there, come up with a game plan, because Rashida isn't the first person or the only baby mama that Kirk had prior to the new baby. And so Kirk's dibbled and dabbled. We finally, have Rashida confirming what we already knew, and she kind of said before that he's dibbled and dabbled through the years. So it just seems like she loves him more than she despises his actions. And I said, okay, that's fine. So now Erica is having this party that was being thrown by Melissa and Albie, and the funny part about that is Erica is awkwardly hitting on Tommy. When I tell you, Tommy was scared. I've never seen Tommy so nervous. And Tommy said, she already had to deal with the crazy Latina, meaning Jocelyn Hernandez, that she doesn't want to go and potentially put herself in any situation where a hot-blooded Latina may come after her because of her actions. But Tommy thought she was slick when she talked about how, Jocelyn, called the cops on me because I allegedly threatened her and tried to run her over. I said, allegedly? You admitted that you did it. I only saw the video. What are you talking about? But then Tommy, as soon as Erica did her whole I'm in Atlanta announcement, Tommy bounced because Erica was coming on really strong. And I'm sorry, I'm not dumb. I already see what Erica's doing. She said, let me align myself with someone who has a lot of drama. Let me go and really just big up her ego. I think she probably thought that Tommy would be like, oh, okay. She probably was a little surprised that Tommy swerved her that hard. But Erica isn't finished. And I said, you're kind of doing too much right now. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is too much. This is too much. And this is a plant. I already know that. So now we see that Erica is over it because she sees Estelita, who she did invite. No, Mimi, who she did invite, brought Estelita. Even though she's cool with, wait a minute. Why did she go and kiss Mimi on the lip? Okay. All right, whatever. All right, whatever. Whatever's clever. Now, Mimi just wants to go and have a nice conversation with Melissa. Because remember, Melissa and Mimi used to date, and they were friends. They used to date in secret. In secret. But now Mimi has a new love, and Mimi wants to clear the air. So Mimi just wants bygones to be bygones. Erica goes and talks to Estelita and says, I'm here for you. I'm your real friend. I know how it is for these men to come and see, oh my gosh, this girl, she needs to come up. She needs an opportunity. So I'm going to go and help her. And she's going to go and open her legs in return. You know, it may not happen the first, second, or third meeting, but it's going to happen. So that's when Estelita confirmed that, yeah, it's already happened a couple of times. It wasn't just one time. It was a couple of times. And now it makes you feel like, dang, it is messed up, because I know some people are going to say, well, aren't these girls supposed to know that these men go and do that and that's their move and that's their steez? But that doesn't mean that just because, okay, you're an adult, you should know by now that some of these men do that. It doesn't mean that it's still right for the men to do that. I feel like that's a scapegoat. When people play it all in the one. Except in this situation with Jasmine, because I love how Jasmine was originally talking and her mom was over it, because her mom was looking at her daughter like, excuse me, little girl, don't you realize that you play a part in this? Because the mom also asked, so did you know that he was married? Did you know this? Did you know that? Did he tell you that he was getting divorced? No. Essentially, you know what you're doing. Stop trying to go and put it on him. But then as soon as Jasmine was like, wait a minute, that wasn't part of the script. Let's back this up and go and talk about what I even have grandma here, because we're trying to go and perpetrate this story. Come on now. 3 strong women doing it alone. Come on now. And it kind of irks me that, yes, we know that Kurt had a huge part to play in this, and we're going to see that next. The problem is when we try to go and flip it like, well, yeah, but he was married, and he was the one with the most to lose, so it was on him. No, they both knew what they were doing. They were both wrong. She got pregnant. It's his baby. So now it's both their responsibility. That's how it works in the real world. Man, if I was even 60%, 75%, this would be so different. Now, they have the family sit down with Kirk's older son, his son with Rashida, his daughter, and the daughter's over because the daughter said Jasmine came to the family place of business, went and wanted to go and talk about how, the baby is your brother, so I thought you'd want to know that. So let's go and figure this all out. What do you think? I said, what? Who? What? Where? When? Why? How? Are you stupid or are you dumb? Because you can't tell me that I just because I'm so glad that the daughter was over it, because it's just like, so this thing's happening. This thing's happening. Are you in this relationship with her? Because we need to know what are your plans. Aren't you tired of this, Rashida? She's like, yeah, I sure am. Keep talking for me because I've been putting up with this for so long, so I can't say too much. I said, oh my God, this is sad. Just like this is sad, but we'll get through this. And that's what irked me about the entire scene. Because Kirk was just nonchalant, because this isn't the first time that he's had to do this with his family. It's just a repeat thing. So I feel like he even almost has that look of, look, this keeps happening. We already know it. So what do you want? What else do you want from me? I acknowledge that I was wrong. What else do you want from me? It's almost the vibe that I get from him. Now, Melissa gave Erica a bracelet to welcome her in to Atlanta. And so the bracelet was left with Tommy. So now Tommy has to go and get dolled up and do a scene with Erica to return the bracelet. Okay. So Tommy's still kind of, you know, off guard about, okay, Erica's coming on really strong, but Erica's just trying to say, oh, you beautiful, you're a boss. I want to align myself with someone like you. I want to, just want to make sure that we're all good. And so, like I said, Erica is a plant. And for you guys don't understand that terminology, that means that this is a setup. I don't mean that Erica wants anything negative towards Tommy. I mean Erica is doing this because of a storyline, and to also try to make sure her transition onto the show is as smooth as possible. I've seen this move before, and Erica is not new to reality TV, so I'm not surprised by it. Now we see a newcomer. So Chinese, what was the girl who was some type of Asian descent, but she had the black husband, and she's no longer on, I feel like her name was also Mimi. Lovely Mimi. She's no longer on here. But but we have a new social media / music star lit. I didn't catch her name. I didn't catch her name, but she's friends with Sierra. This is someone that Sierra actually approves of, so I guess, okay, that's going to be interesting. She's there because she's trying to go do a big, promote whatever. And then she's trying to promote, what's this girl's name? Her name is Tokyo. She's dating someone by the name of Tobias. Now Carly Red comes in. And I said, one thing you can't take away from Carly Red is that she looks good. I don't care. She looks good. Now we have Tokyo, Sierra, Carly Red. They're all in Sierra's salon, as well as one other person. And things take a left, because we see that one of the stylists lets it be known that, oh, you're talking about Shooter, because Sierra was like, I'm free, freedom, freedom. Let me stop. She looks like I'm getting a divorce. I'm with BK now, and BK is friends with Sean Carrot. So Carly Red said, oh yeah, and she's dating Sean. So they were like, oh, okay, great, ha ha ha. In comes the stylist, and the stylist puts out there that Shooter, since you're speaking of him, he has, oh, sorry guys, more than one child out of wedlock. And I said, what? How do you know this? Because Carly Red was like, I need to know how you know. She didn't want to say anything. Look, you spilled this information and you're being really messy right now. We need to know how you know. Okay, I know because I do her hair here. You do her what? I do her hair here. And so why did you feel the need to go and say this in front of other people? Why couldn't we have a private conversation? I know it's reality TV, but you've been working here for how long? You're trying to play me right now? So then she goes and says, well, you know, no time like the present. And since you were finally over him, I didn't see why it mattered. I'm thinking, because 2 + 2 = 4. That's why it mattered. So now Sarah's pissed. She's like, you're fired. You're out of order. I said, oh my God, Mama D sees? Where is Mama D, by the way? Giving us all types of Mama D. And so then Carla was like, she just said you're fine. Leave. Security, get her out of here. And I said, so I'm perfectly fine with her being let go, because if this was real, that is the messiest mess I've seen. And Sarah always gets caught off guard. I feel like production always makes sure to talk to her people and say, okay, so we know this is a beauty shop. And that's the one reason why I feel like this can be real. Only because that's how it is in a beauty shop, in a salon. They have information on each other and they'll hold it in for years. And then one day it's like, oh, so this happened? Well, you didn't hear from me, but you heard from me. Oh, it's just like, really? Really? So that's it. Sorry for all the coughing, the sneezing, everything else. Please, like, like, comment, subscribe. My name is Romie. Channel's Romie Reviews. I promise within a couple days' time I won't sound like this. I can't. I will be doing the reviews for Empire and what is it called? For Empire and Star tomorrow, and I think Scandal comes back Thursday. So if Scandal's on Thursday, I'll have to do that too. Oh, Scandal comes on at 10.